Hey everybody, how's it going? I got the Aquatic Smilodon done. Here he is. Here's it underneath. There's a little scratch on his paw there. That's alright though. I'll fix that later. Yep, there he is all around. Looks pretty good. I like him. Quite snazzy, yes. So I'm gonna try to keep this video short and sweet. I'm gonna go over his biology first. God, I hate it when I stutter. Anyway, I'm gonna go over his biology first, and then afterwards, I'll just pretty much describe how I came up with him. All right, so scientific name is Aquasmilus Imperator, with the males reaching around 600 pounds in weight and 5.5 feet at the shoulder, while the females are known to be 6.2 feet at the shoulder and reaching around 750 pounds. Their prey items include cetaceans, dugongs, and various other large aquatic creatures. Generally slower prey. They have a method of hunting, as I will reference by this whale here, which is not in scale, where they'll swim behind the beast and make a quick upturn, attacking this part of the stomach, sinking their fangs into there, and then ripping open that region and letting their prey items bleed to death. And then they usually, with the larger prey items, sit on top of them and feed on them, or if there's a coastline and the prey is small enough, they'll sometimes drag it to shore. Speaking of which, these animals are capable of traversing on land, albeit a little bit clumsy due to their webbed forelimbs. However, they can still ambush prey on land, especially known to do this in Ireland, where they'll take the cattle, depending on which. Sometimes dragging them out onto the ocean rocks to feed. That way they aren't disturbed by the angry villagers or various other animals wanting a piece. Speaking of which, these animals are about, I'd say, neutral. They're about as dangerous as a jaguar, if not maybe a little bit more, especially with the females and cubs, those being probably the most feared, just generally due to the fact how the females are willing to fight to the death to keep their cubs safe. And considering they're a good amount larger than the males, yeah, there's quite a bit of extra danger there. Speaking of which, the males are often known to fight for the females for the right to mate, with the males fighting each other. This male in particular, as being shown, has a few scars on him. The scars on his back being from a great white shark. The scars on his back being from another Aquasmilus, a male, and the side scar being from a great white shark. Aquasmilus has a few different enemies, mostly of which being great white sharks and orcas, especially orcas, which are known to prey on Aquasmilus on occasion. Usually in groups, though, where they'll take turns tiring out the Aquasmilus and then feed on it when it's too weak to fight back. As for great whites, they are known to ambush the Aquasmilus on occasion. Aquasmilus, due to its mostly oceanic living, has been able to spread across the globe, all the way from originally from Alaska, where they first evolved, to that's the same thing. Indonesia to Asia to Japan. Some parts of North America they've been known to live, including Alaska. Sorry, that was dumb. And just various other places on the globe that have their preferred prey. They prefer colder water. Sorry. God, I keep fucking flubbing. It's because I'm trying to go fast, just get it out of the way, because I figure shorter video, everybody likes shorter video. Where was I going on about? Oh, right. Yeah, they prefer colder waters, however, they will pretty much go wherever there's a good source of prey. They, Another part of their biology is that instead of having whiskers, these animals have electroreceptive barbels on the side of their snout and on the top of their eye. There being a little chip right there, and I'll have to fix that. It's alright though. Another part of their anatomy being the sea lion type ears, where they're able to close when they go on dives. They're able to dive roughly around, let me see, it'd be roughly around maybe 80 meters underwater. They could go a decent amount. A smaller prey item they are known to eat are squid. They are rather fond of squid, usually swallowing them whole, digesting it, and then defecating out the the remains, the hooks, and all that. Which, yeah, tell me about it. Another interesting fact about them is they have a sort of pouch underneath their in between their legs and underneath their body here, which is where their genitals retract, keeping them safe from the cold temperatures and from attack from other predators. Pretty much from that point on, their teeth do show throughout their mouth, and they have a special coating on their teeth to help keep from parasitic creatures from attaching. Not to mention they'll regularly grin themselves when they get a minute to rest on land. Sometimes even floating on their backs and grooming like an otter. These animals are semi-territorial, and when they make a kill, they actually will share with the females. Not like they have much of a choice, due to, again, the females being larger. But they are very, very territorial towards other males. Sometimes even fighting each other to the death over certain feeding spots they prefer. Often bellowing at each other, having sort of a similar bellowing call as some of the other animals that they hunt. Even apparently in some reports being able to mimic calls, such as a walrus call, elephant seal call, or some people even reported, chillingly enough, a human call. Being able to make a cry similar to a human child. But this is unsubstantiated. These animals have countershade on their body, which helps them stay camouflaged from various prey items. Looking down, it'd be hard to see them from the bottom because there are dark skin patches there, and then they got the white underneath, with sort of a elegant striping and spotting on the sides of their bodies, which help reflect light. Give you guys just a minute to look at it. Which you got its name on the back, or on the stomach there. Aquasmilus. Wasn't able to fit the last name there, obviously. The largest prey items that these animals are able to hunt are humpbacks. Quite large compared to the animals that are doing the hunting. Sometimes they've been known with the females and the occasional male, sometimes teaming up and pairing up to work on hunting larger prey. Sometimes these beasts have also been known to migrate into the warmer waters, and that, if that's the case, generally they hunt different prey items, hunting dugongs and various other creatures. And that pretty much, as far as I'm aware, ends the portion of this here. I don't know if I added this or not yet. I kind of forgot a few different things, but these guys are able to partially stand on their hind legs due to having plantigrade feet, and they could stand on their hind legs for a little while. Can't walk all that good, but can make it a good few feet. Anyways, so that's pretty much Aquasmilus. How I came up with the idea of this beast was essentially, what if saber-toothed cats moved into the ocean due to the large prey items there, because the land living animals were dying out at the time. And one thing about this is that I made this guy out of a Papo Smilodon. And the good thing about it is that they didn't really sculpt any fur on him, which is good because Aquasmilus is hairless, trading the fur for pockets of blubber. And with the darker colors also helping him retain heat in the colder environments. And how they beat the heat as well. They generally just relax in the water. Sometimes opening their mouth and releasing heat that way by bellowing. These animals do make a bellowing noise similar to a what is it? I'm trying to think. Similar. It kind of sounds like sort of like a foghorn mixed with like a kind of like a lion mixed with a foghorn. That's kind of what these animals sound like. Very interesting sound. But anyway, the inspirations for this guy were with the face coloring and the eyes were based off the mer creature from Primeval. The nose and the rings of fat around its body were inspired by a walrus. Some of the coloring was inspired by a barracuda, and a little bit from the Mermaids The Body the Found show. And yeah, that's pretty much it there. I mean, that's as far as what I know of its biology. And oh yeah, that and this little sagittal crest here was also inspired by those mermaids from that show. Yeah, if you guys have any questions for me about this beast, yeah, let me know. I'll see you guys next time. I got some photography coming up, and I don't really know. I don't really know who the next beast is going to be. Although I will give a little sneak peek, though.